Welcome back to our channel. Many people want big success. They want fast results. They want quick transformation. But they ignore something very important. Small habits. Big change does not happen in one day. It happens slowly. It happens quietly. It happens through small daily actions. One small habit may look unimportant, but when you repeat it daily, it becomes powerful. Reading 10 minutes daily. Exercising 15 minutes daily. Practicing English 20 minutes daily. Saving a small amount of money daily. These look small, but over time, they create big results. Success is not about one big decision. It is about many small decisions. Your daily routine shapes your future. If your habits are weak, your results will be weak. If your habits are strong, your life will become strong. In this lesson, we will understand how small habits work, why consistency matters, how to build powerful daily habits, and how tiny actions create massive change. Because your future is built by what you do daily, not by what you do occasionally. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Why small habits are more powerful than big motivation. Many people wait for motivation. They say, I will start when I feel ready. I will begin when I feel inspired. I will work hard when I feel motivated. But here is the truth. Motivation is temporary. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel lazy. Some days you feel inspired. Some days you feel tired. If you depend only on motivation, your progress will be unstable. But habits are different. Habits do not depend on mood. Habits depend on routine. Small habits work even when motivation is low. For example, if you decide to read 1 hour daily, it may feel difficult. But if you decide to read 10 minutes daily, it feels easy. And easy actions are repeated more often. Repetition creates habit. Habit creates identity. Identity creates results. Big goals feel heavy. Small habits feel manageable. And what feels manageable is sustainable. Another important truth. Small habits remove fear. When you say, I will exercise 2 hours daily, your mind feels pressure. But when you say, I will exercise 10 minutes daily, your mind feels calm. Starting small reduces resistance. And once you start, you often do more. Small habits also build confidence. Every time you complete a small daily task, you feel successful. That feeling builds momentum. Momentum builds consistency. Consistency builds success. Think about learning English. If you try to study 4 hours daily, you may quit in 1 week. But if you practice 20 minutes daily, you will improve slowly and steadily. Small improvement daily creates big improvement yearly. Another powerful example is saving money. Saving a huge amount once is difficult, but saving a small amount daily becomes easy. And over time, small savings become big savings. The same rule applies to health. The same rule applies to mindset. The same rule applies to discipline. Big change is the result of small repeated actions. Small habits also reduce stress. When goals are too big, you feel overwhelmed. When steps are small, you feel in control. Control creates confidence. Confidence creates progress. Another powerful idea. Small habits compound. Compounding means small actions grow over time. If you improve 1% daily after 1 year, you become much stronger. But if you ignore small habits daily, negative results also grow. Small bad habits also create big problems. So the question is simple. What small habits are you repeating daily? Are they building your future or damaging it? Remember this clearly. You do not need extreme effort. You need consistent effort. You do not need big motivation. You need simple routine. Motivation starts you. Habit sustains you. Small habits may look invisible at first, but with time, they create visible change. Start small. Stay consistent. Trust the process, because small habits today create big success tomorrow. Lesson 2. The power of consistency over intensity. Many people believe that success requires intensity. They think they must work extremely hard for a short period of time. They push themselves strongly for a few days. They feel excited. They feel powerful. But after some time, they feel tired. They stop. This is intensity, strong effort, short duration. But real change does not come from intensity. It comes from consistency. Consistency means doing small actions daily, even when you do not feel like it, even when you are tired, even when progress looks slow. Let me explain something important. If you go to the gym for 5 hours in one day and then stop for 1 month, you will not see results. But if you go for 30 minutes daily for months, your body will change. The same rule applies to every area of life. Learning English, building discipline, saving money, improving mindset, growing confidence. Consistency wins. Intensity feels exciting. Consistency feels boring. But boring habits create powerful results. The first reason consistency works is because it builds identity. If you study English once a week, you feel like someone who sometimes studies. But if you study daily, you become someone who learns daily. Your identity changes, and identity shapes behavior. The second reason is consistency builds trust. When you show up daily, you build self-trust. You start believing in yourself. Self-trust creates confidence. Confidence increases performance. The third reason is consistency reduces pressure. When you try to change everything at once, you feel overwhelmed. When you focus on small daily effort, you feel calm. Calm effort is sustainable. Sustainable effort creates long-term success. Another powerful truth. Big success is not sudden. It is invisible at first. You may not see results in the first week, maybe not in the first month, but consistency works silently. Like planting a seed, you water it daily. For many days, nothing appears. But underground, roots are growing. Then one day, you see growth. Consistency works the same way. It grows results beneath the surface. Another important lesson. Consistency requires discipline, not motivation. Motivation changes daily. Discipline remains stable. Discipline means doing what you said you would do, even when you do not feel excited, even when no one is watching, even when results are slow. That is strength. Intensity impresses people. Consistency builds results. Many people start strong. Few people continue. The ones who continue win. Ask yourself honestly, are you intense for short periods or consistent for long periods? Success belongs to those who stay steady. If you practice English for 20 minutes daily for 1 year, your fluency will improve greatly. If you improve 1% daily, after 365 days, you will not be the same person. Small daily effort multiplied by time creates big transformation. Remember this clearly. You do not need to be extreme. You need to be steady. Small habits, repeated daily, with patience, with discipline. That is the secret. Because in the end, consistency always defeats intensity. Lesson 3. How to build small habits that actually stick. Starting a habit is easy. Continuing a habit is difficult. Many people start with excitement. They say, "From tomorrow I will wake up at 5 a.m. From tomorrow I will study 3 hours daily. From tomorrow I will change my life." But after a few days they stop. Why? Because they try to change too much, too fast. If you want small habits to stick, you must build them correctly. The first rule is simple. Start extremely small. Not small, extremely small. If you want to read daily, start with 5 minutes. If you want to exercise, start with 10 minutes. If you want to practice English, start with 15 minutes. Your goal in the beginning is not improvement. Your goal is consistency. When something feels easy, your brain does not resist it. When something feels difficult, your brain looks for excuses. So make the habit so small that excuses look silly. The second rule is attach the new habit to an existing habit. For example, after brushing your teeth, read 5 minutes. After dinner, practice English for 15 minutes. After waking up, do 10 push-ups. When you connect habits together, they become automatic. The third rule is remove friction. If you want to read, keep the book on your table. If you want to exercise, keep your shoes ready. If you want to practice English, keep your notebook visible. Make good habits easy, make bad habits difficult. Environment matters. The fourth rule is track your progress. Use a calendar. Mark every day you complete your habit. When you see a chain of successful days, you feel motivated to continue. Do not break the chain. Tracking creates accountability. The fifth rule is focus on identity, not outcome. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, say, I want to become a healthy person. Instead of saying, I want to speak English fluently, say, I am becoming someone who practices English daily. When your identity changes, your behavior follows naturally. Another important lesson: do not miss twice. If you miss one day, it is normal. Life happens. But never miss 2 days in a row. Missing once is a mistake. Missing twice becomes a habit. Be flexible, but stay committed. Also, celebrate small wins. Do not wait for big success. If you completed your habit today, be proud. Small pride builds confidence. Confidence builds consistency. Another powerful truth: habits feel boring sometimes, and that is okay. Boring habits create exciting results. If you expect excitement daily, you will quit. Discipline means showing up even when it feels ordinary. Remember this clearly: habits are not about perfection. They are about repetition. Even if progress feels slow, continue. Even if results are invisible, continue. Small habits grow silently. And one day, you will look back and realize how far you have come. Big change does not come from big promises. It comes from small actions done daily with patience. Build small habits. Protect them. Repeat them. And your life will slowly transform. Lesson 4. How small habits build discipline and confidence. Many people think discipline is something big. They imagine waking up at 4 a.m., working nonstop, never feeling tired. But real discipline does not start big. It starts small. Very small. Discipline is simply this: doing what you said you would do, even when you do not feel like it. And small habits are the training ground for discipline. When you complete a small habit daily, you send a message to your brain. I keep my promises. That message is powerful, because confidence grows when you trust yourself. If you say you will practice English for 20 minutes daily and you actually do it, you build self-respect. If you say you will exercise for 15 minutes daily and you do it consistently, you build inner strength. Discipline is not about extreme effort. It is about repeated effort. Small habits teach your mind to follow structure. Structure creates stability. Stability creates control. And control creates confidence. Another important truth: confidence is not built by thinking positive thoughts only. It is built by action. Each time you complete a habit, you prove to yourself that you are capable. That proof becomes belief. Belief becomes confidence. Imagine this. If you break promises to yourself daily, your confidence becomes weak. You say, "I will start tomorrow." But tomorrow never comes. After some time, you stop believing yourself. That destroys confidence. But when you keep small promises, even tiny ones, you feel proud. Pride builds momentum. Momentum builds bigger discipline. Small habits also reduce procrastination. When tasks feel big, you delay them. When tasks feel small, you start quickly. Starting is the hardest part. Small habits make starting easy. Once you start, you often continue longer than planned. Another powerful idea. Discipline removes emotional dependency. If you wait for motivation, you will act only when you feel good. But disciplined people act even when they feel tired. Small habits teach this skill. They teach you to show up regardless of mood. And this is true power. Also understand this. Discipline in one area spreads to other areas. If you build discipline in studying daily, it improves your time management. If you build discipline in exercising daily, it improves your health and focus. If you build discipline in waking up on time, it improves productivity. Small discipline creates big identity shift. You stop seeing yourself as lazy. You start seeing yourself as responsible. Identity change is the real transformation. Another important point. Discipline reduces stress. When you follow routine, your day becomes organized. Organized life feels lighter. And when life feels lighter, confidence increases. Remember this clearly. Confidence is not loud. It is quiet self-trust. And self-trust is built through consistent small habits. You do not need to change everything today. You need to improve one small habit and protect it, repeat it, respect it. Over time, small habits create strong discipline. Strong discipline creates self-belief. Self-belief creates big change. That is how small habits build a powerful life. Lesson 5. The compound effect. How tiny actions create massive results. There is one powerful principle that changes everything. It is called the compound effect. The compound effect means small actions repeated daily grow into massive results over time. At first, small habits look unimportant. Reading 10 minutes daily does not look powerful. Practicing English 20 minutes daily does not look life-changing. Saving a small amount of money daily does not look impressive. But here is the truth. Small actions multiply, not immediately, but gradually. And gradually becomes dramatically. Let me explain clearly. If you improve just 1% every day, after 1 year, you will not be 365% better. You will be many times stronger. Because improvement compounds. Just like money in a bank with interest. If you invest a small amount regularly, over time, it grows faster and faster. Your habits work the same way. At the beginning, results feel invisible. You read daily for 1 week, no big difference. You practice English for 1 month. Improvement feels small. You exercise for 2 weeks. Body looks the same. But something is happening. Growth is happening silently, below the surface, just like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, nothing happens for days. But underground, roots are growing, and once roots are strong, growth becomes visible. The same is true for habits. Consistency builds roots. Time builds results. Another powerful truth. The compound effect works both ways. Small good habits create big positive results. Small bad habits create big negative results. If you eat unhealthy food daily, the damage compounds. If you waste time daily, the loss compounds. If you delay your goals daily, regret compounds. Small choices matter, more than you think. The problem is this: humans want immediate results. If they do not see change quickly, they quit. But real growth requires patience. The difference between average and successful people is not talent. It is consistency. It is patience. It is trusting small daily effort. Imagine this. Two people start at the same level. One improves slightly every day, the other stays comfortable. After 1 year, the difference is huge. Not because of one big action, but because of many small actions. This is the compound effect. Tiny habits create powerful identity shifts. Daily reading creates knowledge. Daily exercise creates strength. Daily practice creates skill. Daily discipline creates confidence. And once identity changes, life changes. Another important lesson: you cannot see compounding in the beginning. That is why many people quit early. They stop before results appear. But those who continue experience breakthrough moments. Suddenly, English becomes easier. Suddenly, body becomes stronger. Suddenly, confidence increases. It looks sudden. But it was building slowly, quietly, daily. Remember this clearly. You do not need dramatic effort. You need steady effort. You do not need to change everything. You need to improve something, even 1% daily. Because small habits are not small. They are powerful. Time turns small actions into massive change. Trust the process. Stay consistent. Be patient. And one day, you will look back and realize big change came from small habits. Lesson 6. How to remove small bad habits before they grow. Small habits can build your life, but small bad habits can slowly destroy it. The danger of bad habits is that they look harmless. Scrolling 10 extra minutes, skipping one workout, delaying one task, eating unhealthy food once, complaining a little. These actions feel small, but when repeated daily, they become patterns. Patterns become habits. Habits become identity, and identity shapes your future. The compound effect works both ways. Just like small good habits grow, small bad habits also grow. The first step to removing bad habits is awareness. You cannot change what you do not notice. Ask yourself honestly, what small actions are hurting my progress? Do you waste time daily? Do you procrastinate often? Do you complain frequently? Do you avoid responsibility? Be honest. Awareness is power. The second step is understanding the trigger. Every habit has a trigger. You scroll because you feel bored. You eat junk food because you feel stressed. You procrastinate because the task feels difficult. Find the reason. Once you know the trigger, you can change the response. The third step is replacing the bad habit. Do not try to remove a habit without replacing it. If you remove scrolling, replace it with reading. If you remove complaining, replace it with gratitude. If you remove procrastination, replace it with 5 minutes of action. Your brain needs an alternative. Replacement is easier than removal. The fourth step is increasing friction. Make bad habits difficult. If you waste time on your phone, keep it away while working. If you eat unhealthy snacks, do not keep them in your room. If you watch too much TV, limit access. Make bad habits inconvenient. The fifth step is reducing emotional excuses. Most bad habits are emotional. You say, I deserve this break. I will start tomorrow. Just one more time. But one more time often becomes many more times. Discipline means acting despite emotional excuses. Another powerful rule is starting small when breaking bad habits. Do not try to remove everything at once. Focus on one habit at a time. Remove one distraction. Improve one behavior. Progress is better than perfection. Also, track your behavior. When you track something, you become more conscious. Consciousness reduces automatic behavior. Another important lesson: forgive yourself for mistakes. If you slip once, do not quit completely. One mistake does not define you, but repeating it daily will shape you. Small bad habits feel comfortable now, but painful later. Small good habits feel difficult now, but rewarding later. Choose wisely. Remember this clearly. Your daily actions are writing your future. Every small choice matters. If you remove small bad habits early, you prevent big problems later. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Protect your focus. Because success is not only about building good habits, it is also about removing bad ones. Small discipline today prevents big regret tomorrow. Lesson 7. How to stay consistent when you feel lazy. Let us be honest. You will not feel motivated every day. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel tired. Some days you feel inspired. Some days you feel lazy. This is normal. The problem is not laziness. The problem is stopping because of laziness. If you only work when you feel motivated, your progress will be unstable. Real growth happens when you act even on low-energy days. The first thing you must understand is this: laziness is often not laziness. It is mental resistance. When a task feels big, your brain looks for comfort. Comfort feels safe. Effort feels uncomfortable. So your brain chooses comfort. The solution is simple. Make the task smaller. If you feel lazy to study for 1 hour, study for 5 minutes. If you feel lazy to exercise for 30 minutes, exercise for 5 minutes. If you feel lazy to practice English for 20 minutes, start with 3 minutes. The goal is not perfection. The goal is movement. Once you start, momentum begins, and momentum often reduces laziness. Another powerful rule is the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself, I will do this for just 5 minutes. Most of the time, after 5 minutes, you continue longer. Starting is the hardest part. Starting breaks resistance. The second strategy is reducing decision fatigue. If you decide every day whether to work or not, you will often choose comfort. Instead, decide once. Make your habit fixed. For example, every day at 7 p.m., I practice English. No discussion, no debate. Routine removes overthinking. Overthinking increases laziness. The third strategy is remembering your reason. Why did you start? Why do you want improvement? When purpose is clear, temporary laziness feels small. Think about your future self. If you skip today, you delay your progress. If you act today, you move forward. Small effort today creates big results tomorrow. Another important lesson: do not rely on mood. Mood changes. Discipline remains. Successful people also feel lazy sometimes. The difference is, they act anyway. They do not allow emotions to control their actions. They act based on commitment. Commitment builds identity. Identity builds confidence. Another helpful habit is improving your environment. If your phone distracts you, keep it away. If your room makes you sleepy, organize it. Environment influences behavior. Make your space support productivity. Also, manage your energy. Sometimes laziness comes from exhaustion. Sleep properly. Eat properly. Take short breaks. Rest is not weakness. Balanced rest improves discipline. Another powerful mindset shift. Do not aim for perfect days. Aim for completed days. Even if effort is small, completion matters. Small effort is better than no effort. Remember this clearly. Consistency does not mean high performance daily. It means showing up daily, even with low energy, even with small effort, even with simple action. Because habits grow through repetition, not intensity. On lazy days, reduce the effort, but never stop completely. Stay connected to your habit. Stay committed to your routine. And slowly, you will realize something powerful. Laziness loses power when discipline becomes identity. Show up, even when you do not feel like it, because small effort on hard days separates average from extraordinary. Lesson 8. Small habits that can change your life. Starting today. Now you understand something powerful. Small habits create big change. Not tomorrow, not next year, but starting today. You do not need a dramatic transformation. You need small daily improvement. Let us talk about practical small habits that can change your life. First habit. Wake up with intention. Do not immediately check your phone. Spend the first 5 minutes thinking about your day. Set one small goal. This creates clarity. Clarity creates direction. Second habit. Practice gratitude daily. Before sleeping, think about 3 good things that happened today. Even small things. This shifts your focus from problems to progress. Third habit. Practice 20 minutes of skill improvement. If you want to improve English, practice daily. If you want to build confidence, read or speak daily. Small learning daily creates massive skill growth yearly. Fourth habit. Move your body. Even 10 to 15 minutes daily. Walk, stretch, exercise. Physical movement improves mental strength. Healthy body supports strong discipline. Fifth habit. Reduce one distraction. Remove one bad habit slowly. Maybe reduce social media time. Maybe stop complaining. Maybe stop delaying tasks. Small reduction creates big improvement over time. Sixth habit. Read 10 minutes daily. Books improve thinking. Thinking improves decisions. Better decisions improve life. Seventh habit. Speak kindly to yourself. Your inner voice matters. Replace self-criticism with encouragement. Self-respect builds confidence. Confidence builds courage. Eighth habit. Plan tomorrow before sleeping. Write 1 or 2 important tasks. Clear planning reduces stress. Reduced stress increases productivity. All these habits are small. They do not look impressive. They do not look dramatic. But repeated daily, they change identity. Identity shapes future. Remember this clearly. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your habits. If your habits improve, your life improves. If your habits stay weak, your results stay weak. Do not wait for a perfect time. Do not wait for extreme motivation. Start with one small habit today. Just one. Protect it, repeat it, respect it. After 30 days, you will see change. After 6 months, others will see change. After 1 year, your life will not be the same. Big success is built quietly, through small daily discipline, through small daily consistency, through small daily courage. Small habits are not small. They are powerful. And starting today can change your entire future. Big change does not happen in one day. It happens through small daily actions. You do not need extreme motivation. You need simple discipline. Start small. Stay consistent. Trust the process. Every small habit you repeat is building your future. Every small decision you make is shaping your identity. Do not underestimate tiny progress. 1 page daily becomes books finished. 20 minutes daily becomes fluency. 10 minutes daily becomes strength. Small habits, big change. If this lesson helped you, like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more powerful lessons that help you grow every day. Remember, small effort daily, massive results over time.